Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Once again, the technical gremlins have come and bit us. Nick Stockner crashed and he took our entire system along with him. So you have Nick maybe to blame for that. But in the time that we've missed, it looks as if Mirza and Diamond have come down pit road. Not sure if we had issues with those cars. We'll try to cover that story. We'll do our best. But once again, Mirza and Alexander Diamond on pit road. Andrew Burrell has gone 2 laps down. But on a positive note, Ryan Whitlock up to P4. Keegan Calick up to P10. I believe that's better than where he was running. And once again, we are green. Use the right pedal and get into turn one with as much speed as you can. Connor Baldwin takes off, trying to put a little bit of a gap on Cale Davidson. Matthew Nordberg has been able to hold on to the third position. And again, out to a pretty good lead. Baldwin has been pretty phenomenal on these restarts, and it looks like the caution has come out yet again. When is the cycle gonna end, Connor?
I'm not sure, but it looks like Alex Finnerty is low behind the field again, along
And that
with
would be the
Dylan Beatty and Andrew Burrell.
and that would be the 321 car, I believe, as well as the 20 for Ball State. We'll see what happened to those drivers, and be a continuation of a bad day if Finnerty is involved. We've already seen him on pit road at least once. As we back it up and rewind here, and yeah, the car isn't supposed to point that direction. Connor, what happened?
It looks like another car that just caught that apron coming off the corner. Seems to be a pretty dangerous part of the track. Anyone that's gotten down there that we've seen has had a hard time holding the car straight. It's the second time that we've seen a car spin off of that apron, so it's definitely somewhere you want to avoid for the most part this race.
Once again, everybody able to get around him. That is, again, the 20 of Dylan Beatty driving for Ball State. And we are potentially still live, maybe? All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody. If you weren't already with us, if you were with us, we are still live. We understand that this is not the Eagle Coastal Classic. You are, in fact, watching the New Hampshire 175. Once again, if you've managed to follow us around and find all these streams, then you are a true devoted CIL fan, and I salute you. I commend you for finding us on all these streams. We're having just an awful evening. No fault of anybody. Sometimes these things just happen. We've tried turning it off and turning it back on again, and hopefully that worked. So, that being said, we have approximately 150-ish, maybe, laps to go. We'll get that sorted out if we can. But that still means we got plenty of racing left. Some drivers have burned through a couple of sets of tires or fast repairs. But other than that, not much has changed in the overall starting order. Connor, anything else you're seeing?
Yeah, I believe Andrew Burrell came down and got tires. I'm not sure how many, but it also looks like Mirza and Diamond might be possibly out of the race, going 8 and 9 laps down each.
And that would be unfortunate for those drivers. I believe Alexander Diamond is one of our alumni competitors, and Mirza, I believe, is a rookie from St. Clair College. This is the first season for that car, one of the 5 St. Clair College cars that we have in the field today. That number's been dropped down, and Connor Baldwin for Texas A&M once again takes the green flag. Does Davidson have anything for him this time? Doesn't look like it. Baldwin's going to maintain about 3 lengths. And we're back under yellow.
Once again, it looks like the number 13 car of Lucas Moody is slow.
And that car is not supposed to look like that, folks. I am still in the process of becoming an IndyCar expert, but I don't think it's supposed to do that. Doesn't look like it was turn 2, though, this time, Connor.
Yeah, definitely going off into turn 1. Looks like there was a car slow in front of him and he just couldn't get it checked up in time.
That was the
Because
161 of Athena Leclerc, I believe. Jumped on the brakes, I think, to avoid something bottling up in front, that kind of accordion effect.
yeah, I think it was a chain reaction, and Lucas Moody got the poor end of it, and that car is not in good condition anymore.
Now, he does still have his fast repair, I believe, so he'll get a chance to use that, fix all of that damage, which is good because there was quite a lot of it. But there may have been a couple other cars that got a little bit of damage there, and we may be losing it again. Hopefully not. But we're going to try to power through here. There were a couple other cars that got checked up. We'll see if they have any sort of wing damage, if the front of those cars clipped, or if the back end of those cars clipped, and I believe the screen has just died once again. And
Athena,
we've
Athena definitely got some contact on the back end of that, but that machine looks like it is okay. It might have been net code on that end. I think Lucas Moody may have been the only car to come out of that wreck with damage.
And we hope that is the case because we want to see as many cars as we can run this. We got a fantastic turnout last week. I want to say 30, 33, 34 cars showed up to run Road America, which was absolutely fantastic. So we want as many of these cars to have as good a race as they can. Take a little bit of a break, come up here, join the booth. If you're with us on what is our third try, fourth try of this, we're
Oh, we've
working
had
through it.
quite a few.
But yeah, it's been a rough evening. It's been a rough evening on track, and it's been a rough evening for us up here in the production facility. So, what we're getting well, we're getting that sorted out. Connor, is there anything you've seen so far that you think drivers could maybe learn? We haven't gotten a lot of green flag racing, but is there anything that you think that they can take forward and apply to the rest of the race?
I've seen Cale Davidson trying to use that alternate line from Connor Baldwin, just trying to keep that air on the front end of that car and try and get a run. Maybe setting up the corner high to get a good exit on him low, but nobody's really made anything truly significant happen. It looks like it's hard to pass here.
And we saw at a similar track last season in Nashville, kind of a one groove track. You had the opportunity to jump on the outside and try to make something happen. You could definitely run side by side, but there was certainly one groove that was faster than the rest. And we could see that being prevalent once again today. If that's the case, it's going to make green flag passing even more difficult, and it's going to make these restarts all the more challenging. I've always had a little bit of difficulty getting the power down on restarts in any sort of car, anything on iRacing. I've had problems with it, so I'm not the one to tell you how to restart. But Connor Baldwin, he certainly seems to have it down to a T. He's gotten 4 or 5 fantastic restarts, put a big gap on the field. So, do you think Baldwin could hang on to it for the rest of this race?
Yeah, the way it's going, it looks like nobody can really truly close up to him. We haven't had a long green flag run, so we haven't seen the effects of tire wear, but it definitely looks like nobody can truly get to him in these first few laps of each run.
And I think he would be somebody who is hoping that this race continues to restart. As once again, we are green, and once again, it is Connor Baldwin who has pulled ahead to the lead over Cale Davidson. And Davidson isn't even on screen there. He is popping into frame. Quite a few car lengths back, but like you said, Connor, still a lot of racing to go. And if we get a green flag run, we could see some tire management come into play.
Yeah, I think Connor Baldwin's definitely gonna have the better tire saving, running that lower line and just keeping the corner rounded off and rolling the center real well. Cale Davidson using that higher line might be using up a little more tire, but it's good to get that out of the way early and experiment with these things.
And I think another point to mention of that too is that Baldwin is doing this in clean air, so he's kind of got the choice, run whatever line he wants, and if he's electing to save a little bit of tire, run this out for a longer run, then he is absolutely at that. He's got that choice, so he's gonna run there. Looking a little bit farther back in the pack, Muhammad Alif has worked his way up to 6th. I want to say he was there. a little bit before then, and Ricky Paz runs in 8th, and we have another caution. Connor, do you think
Couple
it was turn
cars
2 or
piled
maybe
up.
turn 4?
Definitely in the center of 3 and 4. Quite a few cars piled up there, right up against the wall.
And I see Grant Schiller towards the back, Athena Leclerc on pit road, Zahoria Mirza, the 24 car on pit road. But I think Leclerc in the 161 was one of the main drivers involved in that. And this is going to show you just how difficult it is to go close quarters racing. That is heavy contact with the outside wall.
Athena Leclerc made up a lot of ground from previous positions. There was a lot of cars behind.
That's a more and the car goes airborne. Watch that again and see exactly what happens. This may have been the case of the notorious netcode. Not sure exactly who that is to the inside of Leclerc. iRacing thought there was contact. And there's one St. Clair College car, and I think a second. I think that's 3 St. Clair cars involved in one wreck.
Definitely not a good start to the night for St. Clair College.
And if one of those drivers was not Zahoyer Mirza, we documented already on pit road, potentially out of this race. So that would be 4 cars now involved in incidents for St. Clair. Luckily, they do have those fast repairs, so they will be able to get back on track. But still 140 laps to go, so plenty of time to recover. You documented Leclerc had worked up through the field. Do you think that 161 machine is going to be able to do it again?
Yeah, Athena's been pretty good from what I've seen working through traffic. So yeah, just keeping the nose clean, which I mean is already proven pretty hard. But the goal is to settle in and just work your way through and keep the nose clean throughout the whole race.
I
And
think
I
it's even
think
easier to,
it'll be possible.
and I think it'll be even easier to keep your nose clean. Sorry for stepping on you there, but just shows the importance of qualifying as well. Um, you always want to give 100%, whether it's a qualifying lap, a race lap, even just a pit stop or a practice lap. And that's been shown here. These drivers didn't know that their qualifying position was essentially going to determine where they were running for the whole first part of this race. So you never know. You always got to give 100% qualifying. And Connor Baldwin has been rewarded for doing just that. We're going to take the green flag with 139 laps to go. Once again, it's Baldwin, Davidson, and Nordberg. Green flag back out. That was a move, I believe, Muhammad Alif to the inside of Aiken Lamar. He's going to take the 5th position. Baldwin still able to check out, but not by quite as much. And just behind them, Ryan Whitlock jumps to the inside of Nordberg. Not quite there, but like Connor, you talked about experimenting early to try to figure out what could work later in the race. Do you think we're going to see some of that if we do get a longer green flag run?
Yeah, the experimentation is definitely trying to get around people with the arrow with these cars, just trying to get a run and find lanes that work to pass. But you see Ryan Whitlock, when he's trying to pass, he does not touch that apron. He sits right on it and looks to the inside, but still doesn't appear to be able to make anything happen yet. As Muhammad Alif looks to the outside of him.
And Alif not able to quite get as big a run as he wanted down that back straightaway. Behind them, Paz, a move to the outside of Cummings. That's for the P7 position. But it looks like Cummings was able to clear and keep that 19 car behind. There's Cummings, and they are just ahead of Clint Halterman, who's going to make a diving move. But he'll slide up in a line. No position change there. Alterman continuing to run the bottom. That car way up against the wall, I believe, was Aiken Lamar. Lamar is running tonight's race for Howard Community College as Paz has a good look to the outside. Still nothing there. Had maybe an opportunity for a crossover. You see him looking just a little to the inside of Cummings, but decided to back out of that one. Once again, he goes to the outside, right in that 4th lane, but Cummings maintains momentum off the bottom.
All Ricky needs to do is wait
Oh,
for a
car
mistake.
hard in the wall. That was Matthew Nordberg out of the 3rd position. We stay green. Sorry for jumping on you there, but the 076, heavy contact with the outside wall. We stay green.
As
And
he has
back out
missed in
front.
his right front tire now. It's going to be a hard race to rebound from. He may be multiple laps down by the time he's able to use that fast repair.
And he'll have an opportunity to repair that car under caution, as once again we have gone under yellow. Not sure if this was for Nordberg or somebody else. I don't see anything else. Nordberg, the only one on pit road. He was running all by himself in the 3rd position. Not sure if he just got loose, got in dirty air, something like that. But
As
that car
soon as
all of a sudden
Nordberg
shot to the right.
As soon as Norberg was looking to pit, Grant Schiller caught that apron and spun around coming off of turn 4 in the 45 car.
And that is Grant Schiller for St. Clair College, another issue for a St. Clair driver. So here's Nordberg from North Carolina, and he's just going to get loose. Looks like he kind of got on that seam. Connor, would you say from running this race on Monday that you can really feel those seams in between the grooves? Because it looks like that's kind of what he got on.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it when you get on it. The Cup cars, you were kind of able to use it to possibly pull off a pass or look inside somebody and like run like a slider line to try and get around them and clear them. But these cars, it's just deadly if you touch it at all.